So an exercise that I love usually takes very little equipment. This shoulder stability exercise called a swimmer's hover or a swimmer's liftoff is fantastic for building overhead shoulder blade stability, which is going to allow more ball and socket mobility, which is awesome. So what we want to do is get down on the floor on our stomach and place an object on our focus side or the shoulder that we're going to be working on that's about 1 inch to 2 to maybe 3 or 4 inches off the floor. You'll see what I mean here in a second.
So with this lift off, what I'm thinking about is I'm going to lift off this object. And I should place this object as high as I can to make it difficult. So if I can only lift my arm off under my own control, right here, the ground is my lift off object, okay? But if I can lift off 5-6 inches, this is about as high as I want that object. Then what we can do is go through static liftoffs in smaller ranges, meaning an isometric liftoff from a low range here, drop down, maybe mid-range up here, drop down, a more overhead range, keeping my shoulder blade back, drop down. We can both do that in neutral hand position, or externally rotated, or internally rotated, depending on what you need. But what we can also do is go through a whole dynamic range. So let's again keep my hand nice and neutral. I can start low, go through a liftoff, hover up through this dynamic range, trying to keep my shoulder blade packed, and all the way back, nice and slow. And with these dynamic ranges, what we're thinking is it's smooth. So I'm not getting any herky-jerky motions through here.